Let's get our keynote started. Our keynote speaker tonight is Mr. Jason Holder. He's been with us before and he's always welcome back, and he's a very popular speaker. He has over 26 years of child, adolescent, and family counseling experience. He directs a highly successful outdoor adventure program, and we'll get to see part of that tonight. So we are very fortunate to have him here with us again. Without further ado, I would like to introduce Mr. Jason Holder, our keynote speaker.
Thank you. You know, I've got to say that I've been doing this for at least 25 years. I started when I was 10, I think. I don't know. But at any rate, I don't know when I've had so much help with the students here at school being so willing to be there for me and be able to usher you in and get everything taken care of. So if you don't mind, Mrs. Dyer, I would like to take some of your students. Mrs. Dyer? She's very busy right now, so we're not going to interrupt her, but we'll let her know later on that I would like to take some of her students with us when we go on the road. But first of all, a little bit about you. I'd like to ask you, how many of you are involved in regular activities, be it sports or music, band, something like that? How many? Okay, a large number of kids, fairly small number of adult population. Okay, we will work on that through the evening. But it's great to see, and it's something that we should all be involved in, because it's something that oftentimes gets in our way from being active, from being involved. Anybody know what it is? What do you think it is that stops us from being out there, being active and being involved? What do you think? Work, yeah. Work. Anything else? Yeah. School. Now, why do we have to have work in school? I don't understand that. Unless we have a passion, unless we enjoy what we're doing at work, and unless we enjoy school. And there are ways to help students enjoy that, both from the teachers' end, the parents' end, and the students' end. We're going to talk about that in a little bit. We're also going to talk about other things that get in the way. And I think one of those things is called easy gratification. Anybody know what easy gratification might be? Anybody? Okay, we're going to look at easy gratification. Let me give you an example of easy gratification is doing something without having to work for it, getting something without having to work for it. Okay, so let me give you the first example. First example might be, which I think applies to all of us, okay? After you've had a hard day at school or a hard day at work, do any of you guys, do you ever have a hard day at school? No, you do sometimes. Well, I can relate. Okay. So you have a hard day at school or a hard day at work, and we come through the door. We come on through the door, and the very next door we go to is what? Refrigerator. Right. Very good. How do we know that? I didn't pre-program in anybody. Because it's a way of life. We look at something to gratify us. And 73% of the American population goes to the refrigerator within the first 2 minutes of being in the house. 73%. I don't really know that, but it sounded smart, doesn't it? But a large population. Most of us do it one time or another. So we come in the house, we open up, we go to the refrigerator, we open up the refrigerator, and we look inside, and if we don't see anything, we go through about 3 seconds of depression before it turned around and we're to the couch. We're going to find something to gratify us, but let's say it's a particularly good day. We open it up, we're in there in the refrigerator, and do you like chocolate pudding? Yeah? Okay, great. Do you like whipped cream on it? Okay, well, it's a fresh batch of chocolate pudding. We reach in there and we grab the chocolate pudding, and then we get the whipped cream, and we put the whipped cream on. It's a really good day. Cherries? Outstanding day. We can take some cherries, we throw some cherries on, we get the chocolate pudding with the whipped cream and the cherries, and we go from there to where? Television, right? Because we're programmed for that, except for those of you parents had an extra cup of coffee, you kids had a bumpy ride home, you may have to stop in the bathroom first. But the rest of it's boom. We're down into the TV room. And we just turn on the, I'm sorry, we don't even have to do that because we have the clicker, the remote. Right. My son the other day was saying, Dad, I can't find the remote. I gotta turn the TV on. He didn't even know how to turn the TV on without the remote. I said, you might not need the remote. You know, some people actually get up and walk to the TV and push it on. Yeah, it's a higher level thing, you know. But at any rate, you know, you have the chocolate pudding going with whipped cream and the cherry. And we're sitting there, we got the TV going, and we got the chocolate pudding going, we're sitting back, and we're going through double easy gratification. Actually, we might have the phone right there, we can triple that gratification right on up. And everything is wonderful for a period of days, weeks, months, maybe years. And then it becomes mundane. It becomes the same old, same old. And oftentimes people move to other forms of easy gratification, particularly in the formative years, i.e. middle school, high school. And as you do that, we see kids turn to smoking, drugs, alcohol, reckless behaviors, and that becomes a pattern because it's another form of easy gratification. We've been programmed since we were little kids, since we were babies. The baby cries, boom, the bottle. Gets a little older, kid falls down, skins up his knee, Band-Aid, cookie, Band-Aid, cookie. I think the cookie works better. And we're programmed that gratifying through food is the answer. Now, I'll tell you, I am gratified through food quite often. I'm a bona fide ice creamaholic, and I'm still getting help for it. There's a balance, you know. My next book was going to be everything in moderation, but ice cream and exercise. You know, I think that would balance it out. But at any rate, we go through that process of that easy gratification and how important it is to be involved in other things, be it sports, band, various clubs, various activities, how important it is that we are involved. How many of you, and physical activity, by the way, is probably the most important thing we can do because it allows us to function better. We think better, we feel better, we respond better when we have regular physical activity. What do you think happens in front of a video game all day long? Or through parents, you know, it's stress at the job all day long. What happens? Stress hormones build up in the body. And if we're not physically active, we don't have a release for them. If we're physically active along with that, then there's a healthy release. How many of you parents, or kids for that matter, have ever gotten up and had that double bowl of chocolate pudding and said, darn, I wish I hadn't done that? Yeah, right. A lot of hands there. Yeah. We've all been there. How many of you have ever gone out in the evening or late afternoon, whenever it might be, or in the morning, whenever it works for you, got up and went out for a walk, went out for a jog, went out for a bike ride, shot basket or something, and came back and said, darn, I wish I didn't do that? We don't, because it makes us feel better, it allows us to function better. And it allows us to handle stress in a much better way. When we're physically involved, we function better physically. When we're socially involved, we function better socially. And we handle stress in a better way. Let me give you an example. I have two neighbors, unfortunate neighbors, some would say, but two neighbors who I like both. And Charlie's the kind of guy, he's a little bit stressed out, doesn't particularly like his job, doesn't have a passion in his job. And Charlie gets up, and he's the type of guy who talks about, retirement, how many more years to retire, you know. Jace, I got 7 more years till I retire. I'm gonna make it. And maybe he will, maybe he won't. Well, the other day, Charlie was coming out of his house, and he took about 13, 14 steps to his car and stepped right in a pile of dog doo. I think it's my dog. I got a Newfoundland. We're talking ankle deep doo here. and he's kicking it against a tree, and he's cussing and he's swearing, and he goes back to the house, he opens up the door, he yells at his wife and kids. Why, it's not their due. Slams the door, comes back out, gets in his car, takes off to work. How would you like to have Charlie for your teacher today? Or your co-worker? Probably not, because Charlie is going to carry that dew with him all day long. And I don't mean the dew on the shoe. I mean internally. No, he didn't ingest it. I mean, he's going to stay upset. You know how people do that? Some people carry that with them all day long. How important it is that we're able to relieve that stress in a healthy way. George, on the other hand, is one that does relieve that. My other neighbor, he does relieve that stress in a healthy way. George comes out of his house, not quite as lucky as Charlie, but he's more upbeat, you know, he gets regular activity, you know, he's kind of a fun, upbeat guy, and he takes about, not as lucky as Charlie, he only gets about 7 or 8 steps to his car, and right into a pile of dog do. My dog again, and I'm thinking, what a good neighbor am I for sharing. And I see George look down at his shoe, and I think, oh, I'm going to hear it all over again. And then I see him look up at the sky with a smile on his face, and I hear him yell out, thank God I'm wearing shoes. It is how we look at a particular circumstance that is so important. Do we have the ability to look at something and see the positive in it, or are we geared for the negative? It's not a matter of luck, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen. It's not a matter of luck. It's a matter of personal philosophy, a personal way of living. And we need to be able to look at that positive side. When we can do that, as I don't want to get too technical here, but you know, in cognitive therapy, you know, the whole basis behind it is that what we think, you know, what we allow to occupy our mind controls our thoughts, our speech, and our actions. How important it is that we're able to put positive thoughts into our mind, that we're able to control that. So how do we do that? Well, there are certain things that we have to do to help us do that. One is physical activity. I'll talk about that later. Another is a sense of belonging. And just some research that was just done on 65,000 students throughout the United States. And of that 65,000 students, 31% did not have a sense of belonging in the school environment. 31% did not have a sense of connectedness. How important that is that we help them develop that sense of connectedness. You parents are doing that this evening. You are here this evening, you're a part of that, you're connecting with your children, you're being involved with them in a school-related event. I can't encourage anything any more than that involvement, and particularly if it's school-related activities. A spirit of adventure, being able to get out and try new things, and that means parents, being out with your kids, enjoying the adventures, creating new adventures, both outside and at school. A sense of accomplishment, and if we don't take on challenges, we don't have a sense of accomplishment. A sense of responsibility. Another reason why kids need to be involved, but they need to be involved with home activities, school activities, and activities outside of school. And first and foremost, a sense of fun and excitement. Students need to be excited to learn. And how we encourage that is by developing creative environments in our learning environment. Parents being there to support education in general and what it has to offer your kids, because it is the future. It is the future of our country. It is the future of your children. To be involved in every way you can. And also the fun and excitement, when we talk about fun and excitement, you as parents, getting out and being involved with your children, having fun with your children. How critically important that is that we learn to play. What happens if all we do with our kids is talk to them about, you know, Did you let the dog out? Did you do your homework? Did you brush your teeth? Did you do the dishes? Etc. Okay? Kids go deaf at around 14. Okay? Some of yours may be a little premature in that, and that's fine too. They go deaf because that's all they hear. But if they hear, hey, remember when we threw the ball around the other day? Remember when we went for a hike? Remember when we flew the kite or built the boat? Or whatever it might be. Then we are enriching their lives and we're enhancing the ability for them to communicate with us throughout life. If you're doing things that are fun and active with kids, certainly they're going to increase their communications with you. Another thing I want to look at in that aspect, and it was asked me to touch upon bullying. When I said that about 30% of kids are comfortable in their school environment, bullying is a big part of it. It's not just an academic thing. And when we look at that, how important it is that kids learn to step up. Kids learn about caring. They learn about being there for one another. They learn to be strong enough to be able to give somebody congratulations even if others aren't paying attention to that person. Being supportive. When I look at, I think probably the best example I have, and I've done this, let me ask you a question. What is the most important thing? What are the most important qualities you want in a friend, in a good friend? What are the most important qualities you want? Yes. What's that? Loyalty. Excellent. Wonderful. Yeah. What's that? Trust. Excellent. Yes. Kindness. Wonderful. Yes. Honesty. Fantastic. Yes. Is that? Honesty. Wonderful. Yes. What's that? Trustworthy. Yes. Responsible. Oh, you know what? Hold it. I'm confused here. I don't know about your household, but my household, my kids put a little bit more time into getting dressed and doing the hair than they do in some of those other things. And I feel I'm blessed. But the important thing, guys, those are excellent qualities. And when we look at those qualities, those are the qualities, and I've done this all through the Northeast, and tens of thousands of kids, all different ages, adults through anywhere from 3rd grade on up through adulthood. And I find those very same things, kindness, caring, honesty, trust. What great qualities for us to take to build our real friendships. And I think adults, as a matter of fact, adults, well, I didn't hear any adults respond to that because I was calling on kids, but as I find also, adults look for the same thing. It's not something to change. It's one of those constants in life. Even at this time when you're perhaps just about at the most self-conscious age, you still see those very important qualities. How important it is that we reinforce that, and that we learn to accept those who have differences. And as parents, we model that behavior in our behaviors by accepting people and by lending ourselves and lending that philosophy and that sense of feeling, that sense of kindness to others. The ability, and when we're strong, when we stay strong, we also develop certain other abilities. And one is the ability to adapt. You know, so often we kind of go through life, and a lot of people have difficulty adapting. Charlie had a difficult time adapting to doing a shoe. But adapting is that ability, knowing that we're all going to run into rough times. I had a rough time as a student in school. I struggled for many years. As a matter of fact, in the 5th grade, I finally made it, and the teacher was really excited to have me back. You know, it's the one teacher that shared the same sense of humor as I, which was really rare. And I thought I'd really struck it rich with this teacher because she invited me back for another year in the 5th grade. And then I realized that that might not be the best thing in the world. But nonetheless, and it probably was. Probably a 3rd year would have helped a little more. But nonetheless, you know, learning to persevere. I had some learning disabilities. I had what you call ADHD. attention deficit hyperactivity disorder. I've recoined it for the people I work with. I call it ADHA, attention deficit hyperactivity advantage, because I have found the advantages in having it. I don't think that I would have learned to persevere had I not had learning disabilities. When we go through struggles in life, we learn to persevere and we learn to get through difficult things. And each and every one of you is going to go through struggles, and you're going to have to rely on those qualities of your friends, of being able to have somebody that's caring, somebody that's trusting, somebody that's honest. To be able to carry those are the real rich qualities. That aspect of adaptation, let me give you an example. A few weeks back, I was with a group of kids, and we were canoeing and kayaking down this river. It was kind of like, if any of you know, how many of you know where Odeon is over in Rye? Anybody know where Odeon? Odeon, okay. Well, we were just up from that, up in the tributaries, and little brooks coming down through. We're canoeing and kayaking along. It was a beautiful day. It was one of those warm days, and everything was great. And we got so far, and all of a sudden, we found there was a little wooden dam that was holding all the water back, but on the other side, the tide had gone out. Therefore, we hit mud. And that's all there was to carry us down through to the ocean to where we were going. So I sent a couple of kids and one of the staff on running down the edge to find out how far it was before we could put the canoes back in, before it'd be deep enough. And they came back several minutes later and said, yeah, it was about a half mile to carry it. So hearing that, one of my staff, Nate, took a canoe and pushed it off the banking with a kid in the front of it. And the bankings were this high. The canoe slapped down on the mud spattered everywhere, and he started pushing the kid in the mud like this, so the mud flying up all over the place. Next thing I knew, another canoe was in, kids were in the front, kids were in the back pushing. And they were having canoe races in the mud. And they were playing bumper canoes in the mud. And they worked their way all the way down to the river. And they were having a blast. And there are a few moments of disappointment when they finally got to the water. They had made an adjustment in life. Small adjustment, short period of time. But it's an example on how we make the best of difficult times. Each and every one of us will go through difficult times. Each and every one of us have, in one form or another. It's the ability to be resilient, the ability to recover and to move on and make good choices. When I look at that, I realize that it goes back to a number of things. It goes back to parenting. It goes back to establishing the right ideals. It goes back to being involved in healthy activities, both socially and physically. And I have to always throw in a little bit of that physical activity because when we're physically active, we handle stress. So with that, knowing that I'm going to coin in on that a little bit, I'd like to know how many, let's see, we're in New Hampshire. How many skiers do I have here? How many skiers? Can I have the skiers come on down? Skiers, come on down here, please. A bunch of skiers. Okay, we don't, well, yeah, I don't want to discourage anybody, okay. Okay, now skiers, if you'd all stand back here a little bit and you'd face front, face this way, okay? Now, what we're going to do, I want you non-skiers to watch these skiers very carefully, okay? Because we are going to help you all ski. We live in New Hampshire. You know what? If we don't get outside in the wintertime, you know, there's something in our genes that said there's a no hibernation policy. So we need to find something to keep us active. And it might as well be fun. So we talk about fun and excitement. Okay, give yourself plenty of room, please. Okay? Now, I want you to take your ski poles that are right by your right hand, put them in your hands. Now, you're still looking for them, aren't you, huh? Okay, now, we got our ski poles in our hands, right? Okay, give yourself enough room. On 3. Okay? On 3. We're going to take a jump turn to our right. Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3, go! Okay, hold it. What's your name?
Jed.
Jed. What's your name? Evan. Jed and Evan. Would you be kind enough to let the rest of the skiers know what mountain you'll be on and what day you'll be there, so they might not run into you? I know this left and right thing. It's a new concept. You know, I don't know who invented it, but it is new. Okay, ready? Okay, on 3, we're going to jump turn to the left. 1, 2, 3, jump turn left. Jump turn right. Jump turn left. Right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left. Oh, you guys are great. How about you on the mobile? How about you on the mobile? All right, you guys, all right, okay. Very good. Hey, let's give them a hand, huh? Oh, way back here. We're not going down yet. You think it's that easy? That's a workout? Okay, now, how many basketball players do I have here? Basketball. Can I have a few more people come on down to the basketball players? Come on down. Now, what I'm going to do is I'd like to put a... Londonderry has quite a basketball team. Okay, now. Okay, now, what we're going to do, if you'd all grab the basketball that's right in front of you, pick it up. Okay? There you go. It's, what's your name? Tom. Tom, it's a basketball, not a shot. Okay? Okay, now, what we're going to do, we're going to dribble that basketball, okay? Ready on 3. 1, 2, 3, dribble. Okay, we're going to move to our right. Move to our left. Move to our right. Under the leg. Up, under the other leg. Jump shot. Rebound. What a rebound. You rebound like a shot. Okay, no, I agree with you. Okay, very good. Very good. How about giving them a hand? That's outstanding. Now, hold it. How about jump rope? How many jump ropes? You got any more jump ropes? Okay, jump ropes. Ready? I'd like to have everybody reach to your left this time. Put the jump rope in your hand. Okay? And you reach to your left, grab the jump rope, put it in both hands. Very good. You've learned. Now, okay, on 3, thank you. On 3, we're all going to jump, okay? 1, oh, wait, hold it. Don't twirl the rope on the first time around because I don't want them to get tangled up, okay? On 3, ready?
What?
Still looking for the rope. Wait, you ski. Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3, jump! We said don't twirl the rope. You okay? Okay. Ready? Okay, this time we can twirl the rope. Ready? 1, 2, 3, twirl it. Okay, keep going. There we go. There we go. That's very good. Nice. Nice jump. Okay, let's see if we can do a double jump. Great. Okay, backward jump. Backward crosses. Awesome. Awesome. That is great. Let's give them a hand. Now. Okay, what we're going to do, what if we did this to music? Do we have music in here? Can we have some music? Okay, we have a song I think this would be good. We get the volume up on it nice and high. Okay, ready? Okay, we're going to start out on our skis. I think we'll start, what did we start with, skis?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, we ready? Okay. What's your favorite song? Anybody know how to sing? The singer? What can you sing? Do you want to sing? Okay. John, what are we going to sing? We might have to sing. Yeah. Okay. Ready? We'll work in with it. Ready?
What are we singing?
Whatever you want to sing.
No, the best of both
do it, well, you know, we're having trouble with the machine over there, so we're gonna have to, we'll probably have to sing here a little bit. Ready? Okay. Okay, is anybody's birthday today? Whose birthday is it today? Is it your birthday today? Okay, you know what? It's your birthday, is it? Okay. If we can sing happy birthday anyways, okay? Let's do happy birthday. We all know it. Ready? Or do you want to dash through the snow?
Dashing through the snow!
Okay. One. Well, come on. Let's have a little help here, okay? Ready? 1, 2, 1. Hey, you know, matter of fact, we'll interact it while we do it. I want some of you people going around, we'll dash through the snow and you people sing it. Ready? 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Go.
Dashing through the snow, there's one horse open sleigh. All around we go. Sing all the way. The kids wear his ride, but mine is riding through the sleigh song tonight. Oh, jingle bells, jingle bells, jingle all the way. One ride is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Hey! Jingle bells, jingle all the way. One ride is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Hey! Yeah! Cheyo.
Everybody down here. Oh, wait. Oh, guys, that was fun.
The other side.
That was really awesome. What's that? Hannah Montana. You know how to sing Hannah Montana? What do you sing in Hannah
The other
Montana?
side of me.
Other side of me. How many know the words? A 1, 2. A 1, 2, 3.
Nobody's perfect. I can't make it.
That was it. Okay, now, what we're gonna do is first of all, I want to give a hand to these guys. These guys are awesome. Staying here, try to get the music going. And it's kind of, well, what we're gonna do is we're gonna recognize, guys, I want to recognize what good sports you guys were. Even though we weren't able to get the music up, you were still able to hang in here, try to sing. I didn't hear you sing though. I saw you ski. I saw you basketball. You all know how to sing it? Okay, I want to hear it nice and loud. Okay, ready? I want to hey, let's put it in. Go ahead. 1, 2, 3.
We're all in this together, and we know that we start, we're all sons, and we sing it. We're all in this together, and we know that we are, we're all sons, and we sing it. Yeah! Come on! Yeah!
Okay, guys, thank you very much. Let's give these guys a big round of applause. Okay, you know what? I love to see kids be able to improvise. I like to see adults be able to improvise. And sometimes in life, as we know, things don't always come out just the way we want it. I don't know that we would have found out what talented singers we had there with the Hannah Montanas in particular. Thank you very much that we had out there. But that was truly awesome. With that, I would like to welcome you all to this evening's activities. I hope that you're able to take from this evening with you what you've learned this evening and take it with you and practice it outside. When you're with your kids, get a chance to have fun with them. Get a chance to play with them. Get a chance to watch them do their activities. Learn to model healthy activities for your kids. Be involved. For that is the richest thing, the most important thing that you can do is be there, have fun with one another. Thanks very much, and I guess we're going to be going to our activity right from here.